question. How many of you came to the Lord as a teenager? Raise your hand. It's a very critically important time, and I've heard statistics about the odds of coming to the Lord after your teenage years diminish incredibly. It's an important ministry. As part of our presentation, we do have several brief testimonies, so I'd like to introduce Liam Von Berks from McKinley Park Free Methodist Church in Tacoma. He's here to share his story with you, and why don't you please welcome him as he comes.
All right, my name's Liam Von Berks, and all right, I'll just kind of throw in. All right, mine kind of starts at, it was a bright sunny day, kind of normal from, didn't seem like it'd be any different than all the rest. But, I was 6th grader, just started middle school, and, I'd been, messed around, kind of the 8th graders, pushing around and stuff. And there was one day, though, they kind of went a bit too far. And, I was walking down the street, usually I try to ignore them and stuff. But there was one day where they actually started spitting on me because they ran out of paper for their spit wads, and that tore my pride up. And I remember just kind of breaking, and everything seemed to be like really stressing out. Homework was piling up and all this stuff, all these grades. So I just kind of stayed awake one night trying to figure out an answer to my problems. And, I was thinking, what's the point to life, Why is all this happening? And I remember one answer came up, maybe there isn't one, And that kind of freaked me out at first because it seemed to kind of set me free. If there's no point to life, then I don't have to do anything, I can do what I want. And it was kind of weird because with that freedom, I decided I wanted to be the best. Just despite everybody else, I wanted to be the best I could be. And I wanted to be a good person. And I started using my hate for like the people who kind of messed with me earlier. I used that hate to drive me to do good. So it was kind of weird. But I started going to church on Sundays, and, because just, trying to enforce righteousness and truth and all that stuff. And yeah, I was headstrong. And Jesus, he was really cool. He was an inspiration to me. He was perfect. I wanted to be exactly like him. I wanted to follow that way. And so I used my hate to drive me, And so I actually started listening. I remember Pastor Gill, he was saying, he was asking the youth group, have you given your steering wheel over to God yet? And I remember actually it went like this, and I was like, no. I was like, I wasn't ready yet. And I remember a little while later, I just felt God calling me. I was like, his presence was just too strong. And so I was like, all right, take it, please. And it was cool because in that instant, all that hate, all that pride, all that anger completely disappeared. It was awesome. It was so cool. It was really cool because all those people that I'd been thinking about for 3 years, just like getting back at them, that's all I'd think about walking home. I totally forgave them. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. So, everything seems to have a purpose, and so it's a new way of looking at life. I don't know it, and since then, I don't think I've actually had a bad day. Everything seems to be really cool, but yeah, that's about it, but it was pretty cool.
Thanks so much, Liam.